What the heck? Where am I?
Abby.
Who's saying that?
Abby. 吃饭了。吃饭了。
Whoa!
吃饭了。
吃饭了. Glad I learned Chinese,
快
eh?
点。
Wait, 等我！
快点，快点。
我来了！
快上来。
别走，别走！
Abby，
等我！
吃饭了。
食飯啦.
We're taking you on a culinary adventure across Aotearoa, New Zealand. A degustation of modern Kiwi Chinese life. Chasing new takes on the classics. And the secret recipes only true insiders know. When it's time to eat, we say, 食飯啦.
Kia ora, I'm Abigail. You can call me Abby. I'm all the way from Hawke's Bay. I live in Auckland at the moment. Yeah, living the student life. But what are we doing in Palmy? I'll tell you soon, but first, let's get something to eat. We're at Noodles and Dumplings, and I heard they're actually the first restaurant to bring Northern Chinese food to Palmerston North. 我要一盘饺子。对不起，我的中文很不好。哪里？我妈妈是印度人。Did I just say Indian?
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Indonesian Chinese. At uni, I'm trying to learn the language. She's not Indian.
我们做了12年了，我老婆呢也在这边找着工作了，我也就跟着一起过来了。现在我们也不知道北方是哪里。对。刚开始本地人不了解北方这个饺子啦，但是呢，他们看到学生国际留学生从吧台一直排到门口，感觉哇很奇怪，你们为什么这么多人排队呢？但是现在我们是90%都洋人生意啊。
Here you go.
Thank you.
He did put extra spicy for you.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it looks so good. My type of spicy is sort of like when you start sweating and you have snot, you know, that cathartic experience.
That's probably the Indonesian Chinese in me. I was born in Jakarta. When I turned 7, my mum met a Kiwi guy online, so I followed her to Hastings.
You know, when you've been here for a couple of years and you've had a Kiwi accent, you sort of look at yourself as a Kiwi, a New Zealander. I would try and eat more sandwiches and sort of force myself into liking Marmite, play sports and rugby. I don't even like rugby. You know, I just laughed at my Asianness and like made fun of it.
I started getting into memes, and I found my tribe on social media groups.
My breakthrough, my #1 post was Halloween post on subtle Asian traits, and you had to dress up something Asian.
So I dressed up as the scariest thing in my life, my mum.
Pretty cool. Just a girl from Hawke's Bay getting 63K likes.
In my spare time, I moderate a Facebook group with nearly 1 million members.
I realised that there were also people like me in the world, like millions, that are also struggling with the identity and the language. In high school and uni in New Zealand, we learn about Māori tikanga and the concept of whakapapa, you know, your genealogy. You know, I want to make Chinese my own learning journey.
Which is why I came all the way here to Palmy.
We're at the Chinese Association Hall.
Oh, nice.
So our family's been involved with it for quite a while.
My friend Jess told me about the dinners her family puts on.
This is my dad.
What she didn't tell me was how massive it was going to be.
Special treat tonight.
Oh, that's so big. It's like taller than us both.
It's a 65-kilogram pig, and we will roast it in a traditional Chinese earth oven.
Oh, yummy.
You get my brother, my son, okay, Jackson.
Well, Rodney does have plenty of youthful energy. He'll need it for the 65 kg beast.
Whoa.
Normally we roast pigs about a third smaller. So this is the biggest pig we've ever roasted.
Look away now if you're squeamish. But you know, learning authentic Chinese traditions is never going to be neat and tidy.
Did that come out of the
Oh
pig?
my God. It's quite nice when the men are in the kitchen this time.
Exactly.
In the Manawatu, there used to be a dozen Chinese pig ovens. But it's a dying art. There's a lot of work involved, and the old guys have passed on.
Rodney learned from his father-in-law 40 years ago. Now it's up to him to train up the next generation of pig masters.
For my 30th birthday, instead of having a birthday cake, I had a birthday pig. And there was a candle on the top.
Rite of passage.
Yep.
My family's been here 100 years. It's our generations that are trying to preserve it. Newer generations have missed this as an experience. 3/4 bowl of 5 spice.
So what's in the 5 spice?
5 spices.
I knew I'd learn something useful today. When a master offers a rare learning opportunity like this, you've got to go all in.
You got to get intimate with the pig.
Give it a good massage.
Meat is precious, and I'm glad we don't throw much out in Chinese cuisine.
This is the best part, the pig's tongue. And it's got a really nice texture to it. What we'll do is those ribs and that meat, we'll marinate it up and make char siu.
And what's he up to now?
The duck, ginger, spring onions, dried orange peel.
How many people is he trying to feed?
I think we're in all the crevices.
Rubbed in every corner.
Yeah, it looks all well massaged.
Who's starting? So ready to roast it now?
Unfortunately, we're going to leave it and we'll roast it tomorrow.
Rodney wasn't kidding when he said it's a lot of work. A full 2 days of it. While the pig masters clean up and test out the oven ahead of tomorrow's roasting, Jess is taking me to meet her family friend. It's not my first time on a marae, but it is my first time being welcomed by a Malaysian Chinese kuya, Teresa Kiriyama.
My grandfather had Uncle Sam married Auntie Teresa, and here comes all these lovely people that you're here today.
And I hear the manuhiri get to have some incredible kai, thanks to her son Sean.
Oh, this is Abby.
Hi.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. Lovely to meet you.
Hello.
Sister Jess.
Hello.
My sister Charlene.
Hello.
We're just going to cook for the family. We're going to do a few Malaysian dishes. Char kway teow, a Hainanese chicken, and a red curry chicken. So, ready to cook?
Yep.
Okay. Or is that me to cook?
You.
I'm going to leave it up to the executive chef of Massey University's Wharerata Function Centre, who's been cooking since he was 9.
My father was in the military, and that's how we met my mother in Malaysia and married her and came back out here. When I was younger, my mother cooked on the marae. So families that would come and see us, they'd be like, flash marae, they got Chinese caterers in there. Was there a prejudice? I don't know. I really never thought about that because we're all part of the family, all Māori.
But there's extreme prejudice in these knife skills.
My brother's actually a chef as well.
Mum's lucky.
She doesn't think so. She always wanted doctors and lawyers, and look, you got nice chefs.
Typical Asian, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll leave you to do that.
My kitchen now.
Your kitchen now.
I'm the new Sean. I just need a cool moustache.
My mouth is salivating already. Looking forward to that. That's the thing I love about Singapore and Malaysia, the foods. The Chinese, the Malay, the Indian, they're all mixing and tasting foods of one another. It's a bit like Kiwi culture now. We've got so many new cultures in New Zealand and we're starting to meld them. Delish. I don't know why I doubted that.
I mean, how many maraes have a giant wok for char kway teow?
Get that hot. It's delicious.
That's why it's so good to welcome in new cultures and new flavours. And I'm so ready to welcome this food into my mouth.
Yum.
So good.
I guess we've never looked at it from that Chinese perspective versus that Maori perspective. We just are,
Yeah.
and we're here. We are part of this whānau.
Exactly, and I often say to my friends that I forget I've got a Chinese face.
So you like having 2 chef sons?
Not really. That wasn't my dream for my child.
I said not to ask that question, eh?
I remember Sean fried some noodles. He said, Mum, how was it? And Mum goes, could do with salt. A little bit firm.
Honesty.
We failed miserably, sorry, Mother.
No, he's a beautiful chef. Very good.
You gonna eat now?
Sucks to be the crew. But tomorrow is an even longer and hungrier day. I don't usually wake up at the crack of dawn. But I wasn't going to miss the most epic cook-up of my life.
It's time to fire up the pig.
Don't be so dramatic.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty hard not to be, with everyone in this market garden going whole hog.
I'll introduce you to Pat, the fire master here.
Hi, Abby. How's things?
Good, how are you? Oh, whoa, is this the...
Yeah, that's probably about a 2-metre deep pig oven made of fire bricks. It's my uncle's oven. He was around when it was constructed back in the 80s.
Oh, wow.
So it's had quite a few pigs go through there. The hardest step would be to get the temperature right. The Grand Masters of roasting pig, they would use basically their hands to feel the temperature.
Yeah, and so you do that now?
No, we use modern technology. So
500 degrees.
we do have the odd failure. We're not perfect, but...
We don't talk about those, Pat.
Oh, we're 100%. Every time we get a perfect pig.
But really, every pigmaster has lost a bit of lunch.
It's not predictable. I think that's the great thing about it. It's a challenge that not many people take up because everyone hates failure. You know, there's always going to be a chance of failure. That's where the art comes in. Because it's such a big pig, we're going to put extra wire here just in case.
Well, I hold a 65-kilo pig. Your balls are on the line, mate.
Meanwhile, Pat and Jackson tried to tame the wild temperatures of this gigantic furnace.
You might singe your hairs off, mate. Cheaper than waxing. Cheaper than waxing, mate. Sorry about that, mate. Just my phone. I have to have it that loud because I'm on machinery during the day and I can't hear my phone, so...
But seriously, these are professionals.
The next part of this is paddling it.
Kinky.
And so all those little holes there will then give you a crackle. Get some salt. This is for the pig's tail. Also shields it from electromagnetic frequencies.
There's only one pig, so they'll have to test out the oven on the ducks and char siu first.
No, I don't need a bucket on this one. It's pretty good, eh?
I thought the blokes were under tons of pressure already, but then the grandmasters show up.
You gotta really, really make that. People do. Cut a piece of lemon. Otherwise, they'll keep on cracking out. We're probably the second generation of the pig roasting in there. Yeah, they're probably that, fifth. Oh, it's okay. It's getting there. I think 1 year, probably during Christmas time, we do probably about 12 to 20 pigs.
20 pigs?
Well, then 2 days, eh?
Oh, really?
Yeah, everybody want to eat one each, But now we haven't been doing.
Are you glad that you've still got people doing it?
Yeah, somebody got to keep on going, eh?
Tradition, eh?
Yeah, tradition. You can't, you can't miss that. We can buy from the restaurant, but still not as good as that. You haven't got that taste, where you get it in the oven.
Every pig's different. There's more of this, less of that.
That's why we don't know until it come out.
It's a surprise, eh?
Yeah, let's say.
We've got to try and pick out the char siu. Oh, I think she's a bit black, mate.
Bonnie, a bit too hot.
She's a bit black.
So take it out.
We'll take the whole lot out.
Was the oven too hot?
Too hot. Too hot.
Oh, no.
Well, the char siu looked a bit like charcoal, but it was edible.
It was so nice and salty.
Should be nice and juicy, not nice and salty.
Nah, really, it was yum.
Some ribs.
But I don't think the pigmasters will take any chances with the star of the show.
Pigs drop off the hook, eh, Tom?
We don't talk about those, Tom.
We forget about those stories.
They'll need time to rework their plans and fire up the oven again. So I've popped down the road with Jess to see what else the Chinese Association gets up to. Jess learned how to line dance from a grandmaster here. It's way harder than it looks.
Our line's not moving.
Oh, I was very tired.
Hope you're ready for a snack.
A couple of aunties are showing us how to make a notoriously difficult sweet treat. Mooncake.
我哋每年都中秋節前1個禮拜就會做啦。
要好多時間嘅，你慢慢去煮佢，即係你時間耐咗啲咧，嗰啲餡咧就會好食啲，就唔會散咧。
It usually takes 2 hours of constant stirring to make these red bean, lotus seed, or 5-nut fillings.
通常我哋會做100零200隻咯，做咗出嚟咧會送人啦，幾好㗎！我覺得我同我華姐都幾中意做呢啲咁嘅。
啲老人家趁熱鬧咯。
然後這裡慢慢擠下去。
不漂亮。
啊，沒事，不怕。
This is my first moon cake.
第一次整係咁㗎啦。啊，呢個靚女整得好靚啊！呢個啦。
哦，對不起。
沒事沒事。
Why are mine so weird?
你可以重新來。
膠嘅月餅印容易啲整，但係以前我哋傳統係用呢個木嘅月餅印。
要出嚟咁哼佢。OK， 就係咁樣。
I think I know which mooncake mold I prefer.
揸個木板嘅。
You wouldn't it?
You're
leveling up. I'm ready to upgrade to the wood.
哦，差不多啦，嚟。OK， 哎，成功啦！
Wow.
好靚好靚。
Yeah, it's fun that you can use it as a weapon, you know. Back in the days, they probably used it on their kids or something.
It's a good thing times have changed, eh?
Very good.
According to legend, in the 14th century, secret messages were hidden in mooncakes given out to the people.
哇，好香啊！
It helped the Han Chinese unite to overthrow the Mongol rulers.
哇，好靚啊！
結婚啦！
唔好咁甜。
哦，你。
Today, thanks to Auntie Wa and Yan, mooncakes are still bringing the Chinese community together.
Wow.
Back at the pig oven, quite a few spectators have followed the smoke to the fire. And look who it is.
The Human Rights Commissioner?
Yeah, sort of.
So I ran into Ming in Auckland, said, we're going to roast a pig. He goes, what time's dinner?
Actually, I had all my teeth taken out, so it doesn't matter.
You can suck in the spare ribs.
From 97.
All eyes are on the pig masters now.
Hold it there.
They have one shot, and this is it.
Down a little.
Hey, you want to leave it off? Time? You want to leave it off? Okay, close up. Okay, get the set right. Okay, so good. Look out. Oh, sorry, mate. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear crackling.
Is it crackling? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good crack. Good crackle? Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just waiting, right?
Yeah, so it'll sit in the oven for probably another hour.
So the big moment's an hour's time?
Yep.
While we're waiting for the pig, Jess is helping her mum Angie set up at home.
Oh, they're starting together. They're starting to look hungry. Now the kids are hungry. They're getting hungry. Beautiful quail eggs. Our friends are very good, and they bring us little treats like honey and venison, power.
I heard Angie's gonna make just a few side dishes.
Apart from our roast pork and roast duck and roast chicken, we have venison on a bed of Chinese peppers, black bean garlic sauce, some pickles, mo'i on jay choi, fish balls and egg rolls made by our friend Henry Thackeray and Rosie. And we've also got smoked trout, because Rodney's a fisherman. Ah, these are pawa wontons. It's a new invention. Kiwi caught and Chinese kiwi cooked. Everything tastes extra good when it's deep fried. Like Mars bars? No, this is better than Mars bars. Of course. Today we're expecting about 40 people for dinner. Well, a lot of people invite themselves. Everyone knows when they come around here there's food.
And the food is excellent.
No one will go away hungry.
Just having the occasion of roasting a pig, that just brings people together. You see the people who only see each other once or twice a year talking about the old days, you know, how their grandfathers or grandmothers used to cook, their favourite flavours or memories of flavours, and they come together for a common purpose. Yeah, it's a nice thing to do. So it doesn't really matter if it's undercooked, overcooked. It's the occasion that's important. Okay, I think it's
Time to go?
time to pull the pig out of the oven and see what it looks like. Yep, so this is the big moment. And it looks okay.
Whoa! Looks damn juicy in there.
It'll be slightly charred,
Yeah.
but we'll scrape that off. Yep, it's a good pig. Looks like we're having pork for dinner. Served. Before we eat, Ming, what's your say, karakia?
We're going to bless the pork out of her mind. E te matua ka harawa whakapaingia tāte ko emi nei, kei raui te koro wai o te mano o rangi tāne. Me ki whakapaingia e nei kai e hora nei whangaia ki mā te taro ki te ora ma mā te whakakloria te ingo tapu. Āmene.
Āmene.
Sao. Yao sao.
Sun sao.
Sun sao. Hau dem.
Okay, sig fan la. Sig fan la.
I'm so glad Jess brought me out here to Palmy to taste this slow burn, old school meal with its beautiful imperfections.
ASMR.
And as much as I love my quick memes and my online communities, it'll never replace being here, experiencing the real deal. Plus, I got to meet the Race Relations Commissioner. I hope he adds me back on LinkedIn.
And there's Darren Wong over there. Darren supplied us with the pig.
Really?
Yep. So you can thank him. So Brad's always good for a free feed.
Can we have a shot, Rodney?
The coming together, I think that's really beautiful.
Well, everyone that's here has helped our family in some way. We're very fortunate to have this community in Palmerston North.
After my trip to Palmy, I realised that our generation really prioritises convenience and speed, but we miss out on the beauty of the process. Traditions are beautiful because they are more laborious and it takes a lot longer, you know? Instead of doing your assignments last minute, you know, do it gradual, bit by bit.